Ilona did not scream. Ilona did not weep. She walked. The villagers who saw her that twilight, what few dared peek from behind shutters, spoke of a movement that wasn't quite human. Her steps did not disturb the dirt. Her shadow stretched wrong, bending away from the setting sun. The cat, the one with the white eye, sat waiting on the windowsill, purring. It blinked once, slowly, as if to say, "You took long enough." And when she passed the church bell, the iron clapper inside swayed as though struck by an invisible hand, letting out a groan that did not end in echo but in silence. She walked to her house, the one they hadn't dared burn. It was still standing. Inside, the air was stale but untouched. Ilona lit no fire. She brewed no tea. She simply sat at the loom, and then she began to weave. What she wove was not thread. It was hair. Strands of it blonde, coarse, gray, red, thin as spider silk spun into pattern. She wove Clara's curls, the miller's boy's rough tufts, even the wispy ends of the newborn's down. But more than hair, she wove truth. Every lie the villagers told. Every whispered sin. Every act done in God's name that had no God behind it. And with each thread pulled tight, something in the village came undone. The baker's dough refused to rise. Milk turned to blood by morning, endless choking soil. Dreams where they clawed upward and found only more earth. Where fingernails peeled away and screams never reached the surface. Dreams they could not wake from because they weren't asleep. The iron cross above the chapel bent backwards. And those who had condemned her, no crackle, no screams. Even the flames seemed still. By morning, nothing remained but the bell, twisted and molten. It rang once as it cooled. Just once, just a field of black soil and a single pine coffin open, half buried, no body inside. Inside it a single item, a spool of hair, woven tight and flawless like a shroud. They began to dream. Not of fire or hell, but of soil. Father Damus was the first to go. No matter how far they rode, they always returned to the chapel square, sometimes without realizing it, sometimes missing hours, sometimes missing days. He was found kneeling at the grave, face down, mouth full of dirt. No struggle, no marks, just silence. Then the butcher's wife vanished. Then the blacksmith went mad, pulling out his own teeth one by one, whispering, "She's weaving me. I can feel it." A strip of thread too fine, too smooth, smelling faintly of rosewater and ash. If you look too long, you might see patterns move. If you touch it, your fingers may itch for days. The village tried to flee, of course, but the road, the only road, led in a circle now. Ilona never left her home. But every night, a new strand appeared on the loom. On the 13th day, the chapel caught fire. No one saw who lit it, but it burned in complete silence. That was the final night for the village. The next morning, travelers passed through. They found an empty clearing. No buildings, no smoke. They asked the nearby townsfolk about the village. No one remembered a place like that. No one remembered a woman named Ilona, but in some houses, very old houses, you might still find a piece of fabric with no known origin. And if you dream that night, you may find yourself underground, breathing, waiting, listening. Because some pacts made in the dark are never broken.